Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Saggies. Happy birthday. We're in your birthday season. Really interesting reading that's coming out here. I love sort of what I'm seeing happening here. It's like, I don't know. Well, you'll see as I talk about it, but it's almost like this build up of excitement. Feels like it's either been a slow build or it's going to kind of be a slow build, but it feels nice. So obviously I've already laid out all the cards. If the reading resonates at any point, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We will also get a bonus spread for you once we're done with this one. This is the December monthly. So anyway, stay tuned if things are resonating. We're going to do a 5-card spread after this using the same exact deck. So really interesting energy that I'm feeling around y'all, Sagittarius. So the first card you have coming up is the Queen of Cups. I definitely, as I was shuffling and calling in your energy, in the first few cards I laid out, which you can see are the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, this very deeply feeling, kind of intuitive, feminine energy, and really being in your heart space. And I don't know if you've been sort of working on your heart chakra, but it kind of just feels like that. And again, I feel like it's like a sort of a new light has been discovered, right? And of course you have that Ace of Wands then showing up, which is your energy. And again, you sort of see this slow but very powerful build up from that pinpoint of light, right? That then grows and expands to cover the entire card. So it feels really good. Again, with that Queen of Cups, really being in your heart space. Of course, you could be connecting with a water energy, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone who has that in their chart, or again, that may be you, or it could be just talking about the heart space and also a relationship, right? Because we do have the 10 of Cups coming out here at the end. So the next card that you have is the High Priestess. Again, talking about that, your higher knowledge and your intuition and sort of connecting to that side of yourself, right? Our inner knowing. It's almost obviously we're not birthed this way, but it's I'm seeing your inner being, in essence, kind of being birthed from the core of the earth, and all that sort of knowledge that you carry with you as being part of the earth and the cosmos. And again, it just feels really powerful. It feels really good. I hope y'all are feeling good. It is your birthday season, so you should be. Not that you have to be, in fact, actually, I should say a lot of people actually struggle with sort of depressive kind of feelings around their birthday, which is totally normal as well. That's happened to me before too, but it feels maybe if you had sort of felt like that in the past, it's maybe you're no longer maybe that doesn't happen, right? Maybe sort of what you've experienced and the way you've sort of felt about things is really shifting and changing, because of course there's massive transformation energy here as well with the Death card, the Scorpio card, right? So the other thing about the High Priestess, I just want to point out, right, again, picking up on a lot of water energy with this card. And of course we have I believe we have, I may be misquoting. I've been saying a solar eclipse. I think that's right. I'm not really sure. Or it's a new moon, lunar eclipse, or it just falls on the same day as the new moon. But basically pay attention to December 14th. Okay. So today's the 7th. That's a week away, right? Next Monday, I guess. And pay attention to, again, that new moon, and maybe this is about sort of intention setting, and again, sort of really cultivating and finding this deep sense of balance, right? Because when you look at the next card, that Ace of Wands, right, even the way that it sort of looks there, that I'm sorry about that, Saggies. I had a phone call. I usually put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Anyway, you have this Ace of Wands coming out here, and it's literally balanced on that pinpoint, right? So again, it's sort of this sort of takeoff and explosion of energy requires this deep sense of balance. The next card that you have is the 7 of Pentacles. So with that card, and to that point, I'm just going to add, I'm going to film the rest of this, stitch those videos together, and then I'll do your birthday reading separately. So it's not going to come at the end. I misspoke, and it's only because I don't want the video to be too long if I have to stitch it together. So I digress. But 7 of Pentacles, okay, could be talking about sort of, for me, it feels more of like a past or a passing kind of thing. It could be something you're experiencing now, but it feels like, some sort of loss, whether it was like actually like monetary loss, a separation of assets, divorce, a loss of a person, loss of a job. But again, it feels like that energy is transforming, or again, it's like in the process of changing. The next card is the Moon card. Okay, so I feel like this actually sort of informs the transformation, right? And of course, it's coming up at the heart of the reading right before the transformation card, the death card. So a few things. One is I feel like there's a little bit, right? The moon is all about sort of uncovering things, right? And like secrets or the unknown. So I feel like there could be some sort of information that's coming to light, especially with the Ace of Swords here. And I also feel like this could be about, just sort of like, again, kind of like uncovering, unearthing knowledge about like oneself, some like sort of like more of like subconscious kind of happenings as opposed to like things happening, that you can like see happening basically. The other thing that I'm getting, right? So again, there's like three sort of things I'm picking up on this moon card. And I feel like there's a reason that I said that number 2, 3, because you don't have any 3 cards out here. And yet it really stood out to me. 7 and 3. I feel like the other thing, like very vaguely, okay, and I almost had like a moment of deja vu, and I'm like, I know I didn't record your reading already. But I do feel like, a possible sort of pregnancy in the air. So whether it's you, whether it's someone that you're connected to, whether it's expected or not, right, that could sort of be the, surprise, kind of energy behind this card, right? So just keep that in mind. The next card that you have is the Death card, okay? And also keep in mind the amount of major arcana you have here, right? High Priestess, Moon, Death, the Hermit coming up, and we'll talk about the Chariot sort of at the end. But the Death card, right? Scorpio energy, transformation, letting go of sort of old and outdated ways of being, of thinking, connections of things, right? And so that there can be a new start, right? That Ace of Wands energy. So again, it feels like you're kind of like in the midst of this process, right? And that could make sense, especially coming out of Scorpio season. Now we're in your, the season of your solar return, and all that that sort of the ending of an old year, the beginning of a new year kind of thing, like both for you and also like globally, right? So think in terms of that, and just pay attention sort of to what may be sort of coming up for you versus what may be kind of falling away, right? And that is a really good card to bring us into that Ace of Swords, because it talks about that inner knowing, that inner connection, that intuition, and making sort of your choices and decisions accordingly, communicating clearly, sort of really being aligned, and having a clear vision sort of your path. And it requires that introspection, right? Which takes us to the Hermit card, which is all about getting that time for self, and being able to sort of reflect and like spending quiet time alone, like in solitude, and getting again that inner illumination that's reflected in the Ace of Swords, because that impacts how we see the world, which informs like the choices that we make, which informs like the actions that we take. Everything sort of is interconnected, right? And I feel like there's I see like this thread, this weave throughout your reading that really reflects that quite beautifully. And then finally, you have one of the best cards and one of the most beautiful cards to get, which is the 10 of Cups, penultimate love, happiness, fulfillment, joy, contentment. And of course, that starts from within, right? I love this depiction of the 10 of Cups. I'm sure I've said this before, because it shows that, all the cups overflowing, right? Which reminds me of the Ace of Cups, which is about the more that we pour into ourselves, the more that's reflected externally. Just quickly talking about the cards at the bottom and the top of the deck. So you have the Princess of Wands. So of course, your energy, fire energy. And actually I was noticing like all the fire signs are all like cobbled together in terms of the order. You're the 6th reading I'm doing. So I filmed Leo, but then Virgo is in between, and then now you, and then Aries I'll film after you. So there's definitely something very sort of prominent and potent about the fire energy in the air right now. And I think really pay attention again to sort of anything sort of new, either like, again, new ways of being for you individually, or, you know, new sort of opportunities, new like news, right? So, and finally with the Chariot card here, another sort of representation of rapid movement and rapid development forward. And for some of you, this could be talking about, you know, upcoming travel or possible relocation as well. So let's get your numerology card, Sagittarius, and then again, I'm gonna stop this reading, and then I'll do your birthday reading separately, but do come back for it. It's gonna be super good. Okay, I just saw parenting and spiritual career. Okay, so that could resonate for some of you in some way. Whoa. Okay, you got compassion, number 99. It's always a good reminder. Gosh, I saw like at some point today, I forget where exactly, but it was like so many 9s. I was like, that's a message. Okay, number 99. I'm going to read for this card, close it out, and then again, do your birthday reading separate. So compassion, this card indicates a need to be kind and compassionate towards others, especially those who extend beyond your family and circle of friends. Whether it's the ill-tempered clerk at the supermarket checkout or the homeless person on the street, you are being urged to look beyond your judgments to see what lies beneath. There's a lot of truth to the saying, don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes, for how could you possibly know the story behind another's life? By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to open your heart and mind to see others through the eyes of love. Every time you feel someone else's pain as if it were your own, you raise your personal vibration and the vibration of the world. When you show kindness toward a stranger, you are living as your higher self. When you're understanding and loving, you align yourself with the divine. The affirmation here says, I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. I love that. So Sagittarius, again, happy birthday. And if again, if the reading resonated, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website or reach out to me through social media. There's also ways to donate to this channel and support this work. And I do also offer a birthday discount. So if you're interested in a personal reading and you'd like to take advantage of that, again, just use the contact us form on the site or reach out to me directly on social media. Okay, Sag, so thank you so much for watching. And again, come back, watch your birthday reading. Take care. Bye.